Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks to you for joining us for the next few hours as we dive back through some of the very best bits of our drive time shows over the past year.
But now has Ruben Amorim made Man United even worse this season?
Oh my goodness.
Haaland's in again. He's raced in behind Harry Maguire and he's slotted it beyond outside into the far corner, and this is turning into a derby day demolition for Ruben Amorim.
This system just doesn't work for Man United. I think we're all in agreement there, right?
Amorim's got to go, in my opinion. The system doesn't work. It may have worked in Portugal, doesn't work here. The good days will be coming when that bloke gets sacked.
This is diabolical from Man United.
Dear Man United's 3-0 defeat in the Manchester derby yesterday means they have made their worst start to a Premier League season since 92-93. They've just 4 points from their first 4 games, with the only win coming at home to Burnley. And across Ruben Amorim's 31 league games in charge so far, he's won just 8, drawn 7 and lost 16. He spoke to talkSPORT's Alex Crook after yesterday's game. Crookie put the all-important question to him about 3 at the back.
You've obviously played the same system since you came in. If results don't improve, would you consider changing that system?
The system is not the problem. And you are here and you saw Manchester United playing with the different systems, most of them 4-3-3, and was more or less the same result. So again, I will try to do my best in the way I see the game. I don't see the system as you guys see the system, so I will try to do my thing.
But just the last one, Bruno Fernandes in particular seemed a little bit wasted so deep in midfield.
I don't agree. I don't agree because in front has Ahmad, has also Brian. You have Sesko, and then Ahmad go to the side. We could have Cunha. We could have Mason. So I don't agree with that.
Right, I'm going to have a rant. I watched the game yesterday. I watched the highlights of it again this morning. I think it's always good to do that with a game of football because at the time it's just all a bit raw. We had a chat about this in our meeting. You made a really good point. You came up with a great word. I don't know if you remember it. You described my club as in a mess. And they are in an absolute mess at the moment. I've always said that any club success is down to the manager, and that means their failure is down to a manager as well. 3 at the back doesn't work. I mean, this is a fact. 3 at the back does not work. Just look at the league table. It does not work, right? We constantly talked about Ange Postecoglou at Spurs last season, saying the sign of madness is if you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. He's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. He's playing players out of position. Bruno is a 10. He's been wasted. He can't defend. He's playing him in an 8. He's playing Ahmed as a wing-back. I mean, Ahmed's not a wing-back. I know he wants to play 3 at the back, but he's not a wing-back. Whatever he's trying to do at the club is not working.
No.
It is clearly not working. The teams that he has beaten in the Premier League, and there's not a lot of them, Everton, Man City, okay, Southampton, Fulham, Ipswich, Leicester, Villa, and Burnley. Take Man City out of that. Let me say that again. Everton, Southampton, Fulham, Ipswich, Leicester, Aston Villa, and Burnley. Man United, as a club, have always been successful over 2, 3, 4, 5 year periods. As in, they might not be for a year, but if you look at them as a 3 or 4 year period, there's always a little bit of success. There's ups and downs, obviously, since Fergie left. There's been no ups since he came in, right? There's so many stats going around. I mean, you can drive yourself mad with stats. I'll screen grab this one. Out of all the Manchester United managers we've had, Fergie's obviously at the top. Fergie, Jose, Ten Hag, Solskjaer, Moyes, this is in order. Van Gaal, Busby twice, Atkinson, Doherty, Sexton, O'Farrell, McGuinness, right at the bottom with a win ratio of 36.17. Right at the very bottom is Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
He is factually the worst manager that Manchester United have had. Factually. I don't care what you say. I don't care. For whatever reason you think the players aren't performing, it's the manager's job to manage. The manager's job to G them up and get them ready for a game. That team yesterday, I think Roy Keane made the point, no yellow cards. These players should be smashing into each other. Literally, he should be getting booked and he should be getting booked. They should be done. I mean, the last goal where Harry Maguire, I'm not picking on Harry Maguire, but he gave the ball away and then he looked like he had divers boots on. I mean, Erling Haaland was magnificent. But it literally was boys against men. And it has been and it will be. And you and I have got a bet on that Man United will get top 8, right? I say they will, you say they won't. If that bet would have been top 10, I still wouldn't be cashing in. We are appalling. He has to go. I keep saying it. It's not working. He's not good enough. And I know people will phone up and say, who will it be? Who will it be? That's a different conversation, right? There's managers we can talk about. The job's too big for him. We're getting worse.
Do you know what it is? When I look at Manchester United, and there was a stat I was looking at, and I thought, no, that can't be right. Under Ruben Amorim, right? You haven't once in the Premier League had back-to-back wins.
No.
That is nuts. For a club like Manchester United...
Just say that again, because people listening to me going, well, Benny's got that wrong.
No, Man United in the Premier League have not had back-to-back wins. You've had a win and a draw, but you've not had back-to-back wins since he's been there in the Premier League, which is bad. He's only won 8 Premier League games since he's been there. He's lost 16. Any other manager, everyone would be going nuts. Get him out. Get him out. It's not working. But do you know what my thing is, right? I understand where Roy's come from, Roy Keane, just smashing to someone, but sometimes it's not all about that.
No, it's not smashing to someone. It's just show a bit of passion and a bit of bite and fight.
I get all that. I get that, right? But I think for Ruben Amorim as well, I think it's just the fact that he won't adapt. And when I say adapt, he wants to play a system. I've got all the time in the world for that. He wants to play the 3 at the back because he's been successful with that. I've got no issues with that. But I think at times you have to. We've seen some of the best managers in the world adapt game by game. You can't. I just don't think you can go into certainly modern day football. You can't go into it with the same philosophy and go, right, I don't care who we're playing, this is how we're playing, we're going to get a result. Because I remember the great Man United teams or the great Arsenal teams, Chelsea's, if they were playing certain games, their managers, Jose, Fergie, Wenger, they would adapt. Even though they would still feel that they could beat the better team, they would still go, do you know what, let's give them the respect they deserve and we'll tweak 1 or 2 issues with the system just to kind of give us a better opportunity. I think if he'd have come to Manchester United and gone, do you know what, 3-5-2 or whatever he wants to play is my preferred formation, but I'm not quite sure whether we've got the players to do it yet. I'm going to start with that, but I'm not sticking to that. If it's not working, I'll try and mix it up. The fact he's gone, nope, every single game, 3-3-3-3. I think he's almost creating a problem for himself.
Do you think he wants to get sacked?
I don't think anyone wants to get sacked, but his body language says to me, not that he's given up, but that he's just... Maybe he's thought getting to Manchester United, and I know that he didn't want to get to United. I know he didn't want to get to United until the end of the season. He wanted to finish it with sport, and he was almost thrown into it. Take it now, you never get it. And I think if a job like United comes up, it's very hard to turn it down. So I wouldn't say he wants to get sacked, but his body language tells me that he's almost out of ideas. Like he's like, I don't know how to fix this, because he's tried. He's brought in some good players in the transfer window, but again, he's doing what some managers always seem to do. I understand how good Bruno Fernandes is. He's not a holder. He's a number 10. And if that means you have to leave one of the new signings out until people get accustomed to the system, then that's what you have to do.
That wasn't our priority at number 10. He bought 2 of them.
No.
Defensively, we look atrocious.
Well, and Mbeumo if you're buying Mbeumo because of what he's done at Brentford, and don't get me wrong, last season at Brentford, he was pretty much unplayable. That's coming from a wide area. He's never been a narrow 10.
No, ever.
Ever.
But you know that, and I know that. You know that Bruno's not an 8. I know that. They all know that.
Yeah.
Everyone listening, unless Ruben Amorim's listening, everyone knows he's not an 8.
No.
Apart from one person.
He's a 10.
I'll tell you another thing. See, the problem is when I start talking about Man United, I start off calm and then it all comes back to me about the problems. Another thing that drove me insane, right? So we paid over £40 million for Onana. Yeah. Okay. In the last couple of weeks, we've established we don't want him. We don't want him. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
And in that time, in the get rid of him phase, we thought, oh, we haven't got a goalkeeper now, so we need to get one in. And he was on the bench, right? Yeah. Man City spent 25 million on Trafford, something like that, right? Got Donnarumma in, straight in, right?
What performance?
Not only was he great, but we were sort of linked to Donnarumma. We were linked to Emi Martinez. What a game he had at the weekend. And no disrespect, but we've got this young kid with way too much. If ever you want to go to a club and don't want to put yourself in the spotlight and put more pressure on you, it's Man United. Don't sign for Man United if you're a young kid, because it's going to ruin you.
Well, do you know what? And I said that's why I said to you about the club's a mess, right? I always think about stable environments, right? And I look at some of the signings Manchester United have made. Now, I've got no doubts that Sesko, we'll take Sesko for an example, right? That he's a good striker. But at the minute, he's gone to a club that's a mess, and his performances look like they're a mess. If he'd have come to Arsenal, which is a stable environment, I've got no doubts he would have scored goals already. Look at Gyökeres. Like his form, I mean, you look at 3 goals already, you go, bloody hell. But I still think he's looking to get that match sharpness, but you're scoring goals, it helps. Even Mosquera, young player, good player, really good. Saliba goes down. But
no pressure on these
kids.
No
pressure. Because the environment's stable, it's got a good team around him with a good coach. They all know what they're doing. The fundamentals are there. He stepped in, and listen, I'm a big Saliba fan, but Arsenal look just as capable without Saliba as they do with him. So I'm happy with what's going on. But all the new signings at the minute just look like they're a little bit all over the place for Manchester United.
See, everything at your club, right, and it pains me to say it, looks like it's all in place now, right?
Yeah.
At my club, everything's rotten. Glazer's rotten. Ratcliffe, wrong for the club, rotten, right? Manager, rotten. Whoever's in charge of bringing players in, getting everything wrong. And Mbeumo and Cunha, they look great, but we didn't need 2 10s, and they play wide, right?
Yeah.
Everything about Manchester United, there's not all the boxes you've got as a club.
Yeah.
Man City have got as a club. Liverpool have got all those boxes that are ticked. There's not one light I can turn on at my club to match those boxes. There's not one.
Do you know what you should have?
There's not one. You phone up now with a positive. 03717223344. There's not one positive about that club. Find me one.
Oh, I can't listen.
Find me one. We need a goalkeeper, right? I think one of the most important parts of any team.
Do you know what it is?
You've got a World Cup winner over there wants to come to your club.
Yeah. And you've got a Champions League winner and
who's
Euros
out of
winner.
work? Who's out of work?
Yeah. Surplus of requirements over there.
I mean, how?
But that's where City were ruthless and I really feel for him, James Trafford, right?
Yeah.
But I just think in certain scenarios, and this is why we all love football, right? Is that you've got James Trafford, who I'm a big fan of, is a good goalkeeper. He could be England goalkeeper in the future, right? But then when a goalkeeper in football, situations will arise that no one's expecting, but you have to act quickly. And the moment Donnarumma was made available, Man City went, sorry, James Trafford, we love you, but we need to get him.
Yeah.
Even though people have questioned his feet, I thought Man City yesterday made it better for him, made it more comfortable for him. Pep and City went, we can't allow no one else to get him. We have to have him. And they went and got him. Yeah. And look at his performance yesterday.
Why
thrown straight in, because you said you hate that when clubs sign players and don't start them. Donnarumma, bang, straight in.
One of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Yeah.
Probably the best shot stopper.
Oh, he's the best shot stopper in the world.
Right? And Emi Martin it's disgusting. Whoever's responsible for not getting that deal over the line, they need to be fired.
Yeah.
If you can find any kind of shining light, or just any light, not a shining one, just any light at Manchester United, throw me up.
Has the roof been fixed yet?
Probably not. And you know who we got next? Chelsea. You know who scores the winner there, don't you? Garnacho.
Nah, Palmer. So he's finished at the weekend. Caicedo's, by the way.
I mean, how you hit a ball like that, I do not know.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. Point.
In fact, do you know what? How you hit a ball like that, I do not know. In fact, talking of... Okay, I'm going to... But Mbeumo's shot, right? That,
Donnarumma saved.
Okay. I thought he should have saved it. If it goes in, you'd question him.
Yeah.
But to hit a ball like that, Mbeumo hits it on the volley on the turn. I mean, that's a great effort.
Sorry, Joe, I know we've got to go to break. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just quickly. Do you know what's funny about it, though, is that, there's some goalkeepers, though, where, Mbeumo shot and you go, should the keeper have done better? Probably. With Donnarumma, there's never any of that.
No.
It just keeps it out. So you don't ask the question.
The question I am asking, if anyone can find any positive whatsoever from the very top to the very bottom of Man United.
At least you're not bottom.
Oh, we will be soon. We've got Chelsea at the weekend. 03717223344. Have your say on Manchester United right after this live and drive on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.
Welcome back to the very best of Drive Time with Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. Let's dive straight back in.
Once again this week, we are reacting to Michael Owen's comments. Today, we're talking about the player himself and asking if we'll ever see a wonder kid like him again.
Here and Michael Owen again. It's there! England have equalised with Wayne Rooney's goal! A magnificent goal!
There's pros and cons of the development path. It kind of stumbled because I was playing first team football at the age of 15.
Max Dowman, 15 years old, has made his Premier League debut. He's come off the bench. Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager.
I'm looking forward to this chat. Speaking on Rio Ferdinand's podcast, the former Ballon d'Or winner Michael Owen believes there will never be a 17-year-old as good as him again. This is what he had to say.
I won that in massive decline. I snapped my hamstring in two when I was 19. And between the age of 7 years old and 19, I'm not sure there was a player on the planet. There was a few. R9, he like at 17, 18, it was like, oh my word. I played against Thierry Henry at that age. You know, he was a late developer. He wasn't, you know, at 17, 18. I think I was 16 and he was 17 or 18 or whatever. He was a year or two older than me. But in those Europeans, he wasn't, you know, doing what I was doing. As I say, at 17, I won the Golden Boot in the Premier League at 17. It will never be done again. Or and at 18, 2 times.
I love the way he talks about himself. And I love it because everything he says I agree with.
Yeah,
the fact
it's fact.
Yeah, and he comes out and says it. Like, I like hearing stuff like that. Michael Owen won the Golden Boot for Liverpool at the age of 17 and 18 in the Premier League, and he's still the last English player to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
the second youngest player ever to win it at the age of 22.
Might as well throw a BBC Sports Personality of the Year in there as well because he won that too.
I don't think that's probably at the top of his list.
No, but still, but as a teenager, you throw that in.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares about that, do you?
Yeah, of course.
No, I've just mentioned Ballon d'Or and football stuff.
Okay, yeah, but
BBC personality.
Yeah, that's big. That's big deal. That.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not, Benty.
Big deal. That.
It's not.
Oh, I think it is.
Okay. Anyway,
I think that's next to the Ballon d'Or on the mantelpiece.
Why don't we see young kids coming through anymore? And when I say don't see them, there were people going, yes, we do. And Max Dowman's, of course, one of them. But what I mean when I say we don't see them is get a 16-year-old be a regular fixture of a starting 11 of a big side in the Premier League. That just doesn't happen. We saw it Rudy at Everton, right? And he was quickly sold to Man United. Obviously, we saw it Michael Owen at Liverpool. But the young kids, they get 5 minutes there, 10 minutes there, and that's it really until they're, you know, like Saka's, 23?
Yeah.
You know, he's still incredibly young, but he's been playing since he was...
He's been playing for a long, long
17,
time.
and he had lots of game time sporadically before he became a regular in the Arsenal lineup. So why aren't we seeing that? Is it because there's too much money in the game? There's too much pressure on managers to get things right as quickly as possible. They don't have time to bed in these young players. What's the reason?
It's a difficult one because you're right. Back then, it felt like every team had like a wonder kid coming through or someone you'd go, oh my goodness. I think the money maybe nowadays in terms of the pressure to put a young kid in, I think plays its part. The freedom, I think, is very structural nowadays where you'd go and get a young kid in and I remember the manager saying to players, young players, myself as well included, saying, go and express yourself. That's not really the case anymore. It's almost like go and express yourself, but in this controlled environment. So you can't go and play with... Now, one of the freest players I've ever seen, and he was supposed to be a wonder kid when he came to Tottenham, but it didn't quite work out for him, was Adel Taarabt. Now, he was one of them that needed that freedom. Like anyone who supports QPR, who was in the Championship that year, knows what I'm talking about. It didn't quite happen for him as much in the Premier League, although he showed flashes. But in that Championship season, it's arguably probably the greatest Championship season we've ever seen. Genius.
Yeah,
right. That's what you talk about. Go and express yourself. Like players don't get that anymore because it's all about systems, 4-3-3. But you make sure you stay in this area. I mean, Grealish is a prime example of that because he went there and he's someone who needs that kind of freedom to go and express himself. But he was quite restricted at Manchester City to do that. Still done his part. Still played really well. But we never saw that kind of freedom. But you talk about back then, and what you talk about Michael Owen. I mean, I remember being a kid watching him come through and just thinking, what am I witnessing here? Because he was just quick as they come. He had no fear. Could finish with both feet. And it felt like he achieved so much before the age of 21. Now, someone will be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but when was the hat-trick against Germany? Was that a little bit later on? Was that before?
5-1.
The 5-1, the hat-trick in that.
2001 that was.
Even scoring a hat-trick in Germany. Do you think about that? Like hat-trick in Germany. The World Cup in 98 against Argentina, that goal. I mean, he was just unstoppable. So when he talks about being the best young kid on the planet, I kind of agree with him because if you watched him as well, not only just when he became mainstream in terms of Liverpool first team, I remember when I was in the England youth setup and the England youth coach used to say, you've never seen a kid like this before. And I think he holds the record at under 60 level in terms of goals, under 17s. There's loads of youth records that he holds as well. But when he got to the first team, it was incredible. But the hamstring was the problem because he was as quick as they come. And then I can't remember how many times he did his hamstring.
Well, in that interview with Rio, he goes on to say that at the age of 21, after those injuries, he knew that was it. It was done.
Well, he said to me when I spoke about it, he thinks that his best football was before that. So in his teens, was that his best? Which is a shame, real shame.
Real shame, yeah.
So he was...
I don't think he gets anywhere near the amount of respect.
Oh no, he should do. But do you know what it is? Because everything happened so young.
Yeah.
Because it happens.
And then he had like 10 years of.
It was a good career, but it was like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a good career. It was an unbelievable career. Still played for Real Madrid, Manchester United, big clubs, Newcastle. Right? But it just wasn't Ballon d'Or. Yeah, it wasn't Ballon d'Or.
No,
Michael Owen. That's why people almost forget.
He got to the top of the mountain so quickly that we expected him to stay up there.
Exactly. So I think that's probably why he doesn't get the respect he deserves. But he has still been one of the best young kids I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then Rooney come through.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, okay. Well, one of the questions I was going to ask: who's better in their pomp as a teenager?
Do you know, if you win the Ballon d'Or close to your teens, then that takes some doing that, doesn't it? Because I was having a look at the Ballon d'Or winners earlier, actually, just having like who's won it. And when Michael Owen won it, right, it's 2001. I mean, it's not got the list of who comes second and third. That's what I'm interested to see, who came second and third.
Yeah.
But
we can get there. We've got people working.
Yeah. Second and third, Joe, when Owen won it, right? I think Oliver Kahn was second or third on that list.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah. But I remember when Rooney came through, and again, I knew about Wazza because we'd been in the youth England setup, right? So we went to La Manga on a trip, and I remember thinking, oh my goodness, who is this freak, right? And then I remember our coaches at Ipswich coming back after watching him in the FA Youth Cup and going, I'm telling you lot, you've not seen it. There's a kid at Everton. I swear to you, you need to have a look at this.
So why don't we have that anymore? Or do we? Do we have?
We probably
do.
A
kid at Arsenal, as a kid at Liverpool.
We probably do, but they don't get maybe as many opportunities because, like, I look at Arsenal, for instance. We've got Max Dowman, incredible, and we've got Ethan Wanyeri, both can play on that right-hand side.
And Lewis Skelly.
Right? Lewis Skelly probably going to get more opportunities, although this season Calafiori's been very good.
Yeah.
But their problem is they've got Saka there, who was like a wonder kid type thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Max Dowman's come on for like 25 minutes and he played on the right.
Yeah.
Is that his only position?
I think that's his best position, whereas I think Wanyeri can play 10, but now he's got Odegaard and Eze just rocked up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think the wonder kids are there, but it's just going to take maybe a little bit longer than we're used to seeing. I don't think you're going to see a youngster like that get into the team at a club like Arsenal, City, and play week in, week out. Foden, prime example, he's a wonder kid.
Yeah.
But maybe we might find this time at City. He has played a lot of games for City, by the way, won a lot of trophies.
So I was going to ask, what makes you a wonder kid? What do you think the difference is between a wonder kid and a player that's got high potential?
Well, a wonder kid is someone who will come on immediately and have an impact in the first team.
Okay, so do you remember Makeda came on for Man United as a kid, scored that goal? I think it was against Aston Villa, 3-2 win last minute. He's done what you've just said, but I never looked at him as a wonder kid, right?
No, but
Adnan Januzaj.
Yeah,
right?
He was supposed to be, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and it just didn't happen for him.
Do you know who else was a bit of a wonder kid and it almost came out of the blue? But like when people probably first heard about him, they thought he was good, got his opportunity, but he almost turned himself into one.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford. Think about when he buzzed. So he scored in his debut in Europe. In Europe.
Yeah.
Then on the weekend scored 2 against Arsenal.
That's right.
Then scored his England debut. So he was one where maybe I hadn't heard whispers about him, but he almost made himself one.
Kieran Richardson, another Man United England player.
Another one, wonder kid. But he was a wonder kid, Kieran, from young, because Man United bought him from West Ham really young.
Yeah.
Because he had all the potential.
But you were as well, right? I don't want to make your head even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But you got into Charlton's
Ipswich's first team.
Ipswich first
17.
team. 17.
Yeah, scored first
you,
goal 17.
You were playing second tier football, so you were in the Championship.
Yeah, the old Division 1.
But still, will we see that again? Are we going to see you're a regular fixture?
Yeah.
In Ipswich's first team at 17.
Yeah.
Are we going to see that again in the Championship?
I think in the Championship you will. Yeah,
we will.
Well, look at Tyler Diblin, Southampton.
Yeah, okay.
Just gone to Everton. He was playing. I know he maybe not so much towards the end because of what was going on in terms of transfers, but he was seen as a wonder kid. So there are loads about. But it's just hard to get an opportunity and stay in there.
We'll take calls from all the above. I think it's fascinating. If you think you've got a wonder kid at your club, 03717222334, it's very rare now that even clubs in lower league football, if they've got a young kid coming through, the big clubs, we were talking about this, you and I, off mic earlier, the big clubs, all of a sudden, they see this young kid, they hear lots of potential, and they just slap £1 million on the table and take
him. Yeah.
So we're not seeing these young kids coming through.
To be fair, you had a big one, actually. Someone's put
Excuse me?
No, Matty Lowe's put a really good one there. Ravel Morrison. He was supposed to be the biggest thing.
Better than all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk wonder kids, and also we'll ask the question, Owen or Rooney, and we'll get people's view.
Who do you think? It's such an hard one. Rooney in 2003.
I tell you what,
Euros was freak of nature.
And had he stayed fit, we might have won it. I tell you what happens in my head when I'm asked that question. I move towards Wayne Rooney purely because I remember him for longer doing it.
Yeah,
because he had a much better career. Is that the wrong thing to say?
More consistent
career, and was at the top for a long time. Probably Rooney in my head. But if you're asking me at 18, who would I rather take? I think it's a flip of a coin, right? I think so.
Scary.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.
You're tuning in to the very best of Drive Time with my good friends Goldstein and Ben. Let's get back to more of their best bits throughout the year on their show.
I don't know if you can hear this, but Tony Bellew. Tony, we're going to go to a break. Will you join us in a minute?
Don't forget the breaks.
All right. Tony, come over. Come over, Tony, so they can hear you.
Absolutely swallowed it.
Come here. I have to say, I'm so nervous about speaking into my mic. No. Listen, I'm not going to argue with you.
Look at him bottling it.
So
Do you know what it is? He gives him so much on the radio.
No,
now
I
he's
don't.
here. Look, nothing.
No, he's a little bit nervous.
Hold on, into that one.
Right, that's on.
When he sees me this, when he sees
No, Tony,
Oh, there you go.
we need these. We
There
need
you
to
go.
read this.
Let me take that from you, Tone. Let me take
We
that.
can't go to a break right now. We're going to have to, the listeners need to understand what's going on here.
Hold on. There we go. We can hear you now.
So for everyone out there who's listening, talkSPORT, absolutely fantastic gold. This has been actually on my podcast recently about how I should answer the phone when I'm in the car with the wife and kids. Well, when I am in the car with the wife and kids, I do answer the phone, and it's usually to some small little weak imbecile called Goldstein. And now that I've got close to him, it's funny how I expected him to be brave, Benty,
Honestly,
and he just swallowed it.
He said to me earlier, he said, I expect you to be brave. And I went, why? I'm a coward. If there's a fight, I'm taking trainers to it so I can run away quicker.
Honestly. Well, everything that he's giving you as well.
Look at him. No,
pick him up and all that.
I have been abused on radio.
Agreed.
By a man who isn't even from where he supports.
I agree with everything you're going to say. You can have my wife and kids and
right.
money, whatever you want.
Glory hunting football fan he is.
Yeah.
He's one of them ones who jumped on the ship when the times were
totally
going
agree.
good.
So scared.
You should be scared.
Tony, can I say in real life you're better looking? Can I say that?
He's better, honestly, what I mean?
Digging a hole now.
Gary was, I don't want to grasp, but Gary was slagging you off earlier on. I had to defend you, Tony, really.
Listen, if I could do what he could do with a football, mate, he can say whatever he wants. He was absolutely special in his position, mate.
I know, I agree with that.
And he can strike a ball as well.
Of course he can.
He knows where the
Right?
net is. Like, he's a centre half, and the boy just strikes a ball and starts slotting things top corners and just free kicks.
He did say that he fancies Team England to beat. Bless you. Team England to beat your team, rest of the world. What do you make of that?
No, he's good, but he's not that good.
Right, you two go at it now.
Yeah. The actual quote was, "We're due one." I think it's back in 2012.
Is
and
it really?
Benty corrected me. Apparently, it was last time he
2018
played,
it was.
Well, we've got a
That's
solid
the
forward in
better now, then.
Benty. Benty knows where the net is. There's no problem
See,
there.
can you hear it? To the respect
Can I say something about you beating me up?
I haven't beat you up yet. It's coming.
Yeah.
What day are we on today? It's
If I'm
Thursday,
going
isn't it?
to get a beating, I'll say it anyway. I scored twice past you this afternoon.
The what?
I scored twice past you.
Mate, I met Jeff.
Why have I said that? Why?
I met, like, he come running in on the circle game, and I just went, Megs, just rolled it through your legs. I mean, there was a draft coming through them legs, and it was letting off a bit of a sense as well.
Wait, let me say there's a draft now.
Absolutely told him, Megs.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us.
very much, guys. Keep listening. Amazing show. Brilliant what they do, and up the toffees.
Thank you, Tone. There you go. The legend that is. Can you put that one in there? The legend that is Tony Bellew. And I would never talk negative of him. Thank you, Tony. I would never say anything. He just walks in front of the. That's great.
Did you actually score two, or did you just make it up?
Yeah. Smashed them past him. He had no chance.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.
Before we go, more big moments, more debates, and more big laughs on the way.
I've got so much I want to talk about. The fact I hadn't heard that before. The fact that he talks about we could have put if we had Harry Maguire, we could have. He's a centre half.
So maybe I should start then, and then you come in.
No, let me.
No, but
but
but I'm going to talk for like a minute. You're going to talk for like 7 minutes.
No, because I'm not going to talk for 7 minutes. Mine will be quick.
Yeah, mine.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough.
Right. I watched the game last night, right, Benny?
Me too.
We have no idea of how to attack. This is what we do. We pick the ball up, it goes far right, then it comes back in, then it goes far right, then it goes left, then it comes back into the centre, then out right. The only ball that we look to get into the box is either a low cross from level with the 6-yard box or the in-swinger, the right-footed in-swinger when it's sort of flicked back to whoever the wing-back is. That's all we have got. There's no goals that we score on the break. There's no quick passing, boom, 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 goal. Every attack is exactly the same. I looked at that starting lineup last night. I despised 3 at the back. It just clearly does not work. The fella's been there for a year, 38 games. We've only won 12, right? 12 games. Absolutely appalling record he's got. Whenever any other manager is stuck to their game plan and it clearly doesn't work, we come on this show, whoever it is, and we go, he doesn't know what he's doing, right? The same has to be said. I've got to take my red specs off, right? I have to look at Manchester United completely impartially, not as though they are my own team. And I look at that team last night. I looked at the lineup. I'm not a Xerxes fan. He's not a number 9. Bless him. I know he tries. He's just not good enough. I look at that team. I'm thinking, well, stick him Boyma up top, put Mount on the left, put Ahmed on the right. There's your front 3, right? We shouldn't even be playing the system we got, because behind them you could put Bruno as a 10, Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo just in front of the back 4, and then have a back 4. You have to clearly show where that extra man is, and we didn't. We still, it was highlighted so well on the telly last night, and I'm guessing by Sam Matterface as well. Every time they had the ball, we had 5 at the back. But they had one player they were looking for the flick on, and that player usually got the flick on as well. We have 5 at the back. Now, why is it that every football fan watching that can clearly see there's no point playing 5 at the back? Commentary, no point playing 5 at the back. Yet the manager constantly sticks to it. On average, 5 at the back does not win you league titles. It doesn't win you World Cups.
I mean, you guys can play 4-3-3. You're not winning no title.
What?
You lot can play 4-3-3s.
It doesn't matter.
No, but also,
let me finish. Let me finish my rant.
Have we not seen 4-3-3 before, United?
Let me finish my rant. Right? We might have seen 3 at the back doesn't work. Right? There's no evidence in the history of him being at Man United to suggest 3 at the back works. It just doesn't work. Why is he continuing with it? And any good manager worth their salt, if a team has a player sent off, that manager will make changes, boom, like that. And all of a sudden, we'll use that extra man advantage to our advantage, and then we'll go on and score at home against 10-man Everton, and we don't score. I'm sorry, it's inexcusable. I just don't see people phone up and go, we're not a sacking club. We're not like that. We need to stay with it. We're going to go through the bad times before we are in the bad times. It's not getting better. It's not getting better. Man United 10th again.
My only thing is about you playing 4-3-3. We've seen that before, and you still haven't got to where you'd like to be at. But the fact that he wants to play 4-3-3, I thought he'd look a bit better.
3, you mean 3?
3 at the back, sorry. I thought he'd look a bit better. I mean, there was a situation where you beat Sunderland, you beat Liverpool, you then beat Brighton. I remember.
Remember the Liverpool we beat?
Yeah.
This Liverpool.
And then you drew, and it was the 5 unbeaten. Everyone went, okay.
I didn't.
We started to get you. No, you did say that.
No, I didn't. People phoned up and said you changed your tune. I went, no, I haven't changed my tune.
You didn't change your tune, but you were like, okay, we're starting to kind of move in the right direction, right? But last night was a prime example. You came back to earth. I mean, you look at the game last night. You're right. Everton, 10 men for as long as they did
at Old Trafford.
Yeah, and you didn't. There was a time where if you went down to 10 men at Old Trafford, and I know it's not the same Manchester United, it was a case of how many did they get? But even like the shots on target, you had 25 shots, 6 on target. Like you're not really. I mean, you had 3 big chances. Xerxes' header was a great opportunity, but a great save from Jordan Pickford. Like Everton barely got anywhere near your box. I mean, great goal from Dewsbury Hall, by the way. Like really good goal.
You think the keeper should have done more with that?
I do. When you look, there's a certain angle. I don't want to take anything away from the goal because I thought the goal was brilliant. Great bit of footwork. Lenny Euro's tackle on the edge of the box maybe is one. I thought, did he go with the wrong foot? It doesn't really do enough. But then there's an angle behind the goal where it doesn't go, because at first I thought, oh my goodness, it's flew right into the top corner. It kind of hasn't.
Yeah, when you saw it behind the goal, it didn't.
No, it's kind of gone like middle-ish, but listen, take nothing away from the goal. But the problem with Man United is you don't know what you're going to get from week to week. You put in good performances and everyone goes, do you know what? Okay, if they put 1 or 2 more at least together,
good performances,
then we might be all right. But then you're just so inconsistent. And,
let me ask you,
and you've got Palace away coming up.
I know, we'll lose that. You're a clever man and you know your football and you've played at the highest level, right? Mm-hmm. He gets sacked today, and they go, Bentley, coming to Man United, pick team for the weekend. Are you picking 3 at the back?
To spite you, yes.
No, come on.
No, I'd go 4-3-3 because I know that system.
But why do you know that, and why do I know that?
Yeah, but he must see something different.
But it clearly doesn't work. Like if he was here now, I'll go, okay, you've been here a year. Show me the evidence. Tell me why you still play. Show me where it works. Go through all the results. Go through them all. Show me because it doesn't.
Yeah, my point is though, we have seen other managers since Fergie come in with 4-3-3, 4-2-3, whatever you want to call it, and still fail and get the sack.
Without a shadow of a doubt. But this ain't working, so change it.
So you sack him now?
Let me finish what I'm going to say.
No, just sack him now.
Let's sack him now.
Because you said earlier, right?
Would I sack him now?
Would you sack him now?
Yeah, I would sack him now.
And would you bring in Dyche?
You're going to misquote me. You're going to misquote me. No, I'll tell you what
Jack,
I said. I'll tell you what I said. I said I'd rather have Dyche now. That's what I said. Now, I wouldn't sack him and bring in Sean Dyche. That's not what I said. I said I'd rather have Sean Dyche. The next manager of Man United shouldn't be Sean Dyche. Yeah. But I'm telling you now, I'd rather go to Palace with Sean Dyche picking that team and formation than Ruben Amorim, without a shadow of a doubt.
So if Amorim went today and Dyche was out of work...
No.
And they needed
Knows
someone,
the answer to that question.
They needed someone to guide you to the end of the season. You're not taking Dyche.
No, but what I'm saying is Sean Dyche, as a Man United manager, for the next game, does a much better job. Much better job. The guy just doesn't have it. I don't get why people... I don't get why you're defending him. I don't get why people will phone up...
you know why I'm defending him.
If we know football, right?
No, but you know why I'm defending him.
I know, because it's funny.
Of course.
Right. If you know football, you can see it doesn't work. One team since '92, the birth of the Premier League, one team, Chelsea, have won the Premier League.
There'll be a few early
with
on,
three.
I think.
We're playing three at the back, right? Let's say there's two. I can only think of one.
There's been a couple big winners of one back three.
Okay.
Tuchel, Champions League.
Right. But in the Premier League, only one. In over 30 years. Man United has been there a year, 38 games, which is effectively a season. I know it's over 2, but it's on 12 games.
So let me ask you.
It's not... Okay, let me ask you one question.
No, realistically,
one question.
Where should Man United be right
One question.
now?
Is it working?
No, but where should Man United be now if they were playing 4-3? Where do you think they'd be? You're currently 10th.
6th, 5th or 6th? I mean, we could have gone 4th last night. God knows. I asked Danny Murphy a question last night. Do you remember? And he sort of stuttered over his answer because it was a mad question. I said to him, if United win tonight, we go 4th. Are we the 4th best team so far this season? And he went, because the answer's no. But somehow we would have got there. Yeah. Honestly, it's not. I just don't get it. I just. United fans will phone up and go, you got to give him time. Why? I've given him a year. He can't do it. He can't do it.
Do you think some of the other players need to step up, though?
Well, you know what my view is on players stepping up. It's all down to them.
But come on. They've got to take some blame.
See, Gary Neville was incredible.
Oh, then you was hammering Xerxes.
Yeah.
So the players got to step up, right?
But he's not good enough. He's not good enough. Gary Neville was hammering Luke Shaw last night, right? I don't know what orders Gary Neville's been given by Ruben Amorim. He might have said, don't.
Gary Neville?
Yeah, on commentary.
Yeah.
Right?
Luke Shaw, you mean, though?
Luke Shaw. That's what I said, was hammering Luke Shaw.
No, you said Gary Neville was...
Oh, okay. Was hammering Luke Shaw, right? But not going up. And I agree with what Gary Neville was saying. But we don't know what the manager's told him. He might have said, don't you dare go down that side and do this.
I doubt he would have done that.
You don't know. You
do.
Well, Luke Shaw's good enough to know to take the ball.
I do think, though, the players have got to take a little bit of responsibility as well, because...
That's always the case, but ultimately it comes down to the manager.
because it's not... Listen, it's not... and this is why I do have sympathy with managers. If he sets a team up, and yes, 3 at the back, you're right, doesn't work right. But if players can't pass the ball 5 yards to each other, or they're missing chances,
look at Forest under Big Ange. Yeah. Right? Players have to take responsibility. They do, but you get a manager coming in and changes it, and they start winning.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's down to the manager. Same players, you should have stepped up last week. But
I get that. But my point is, if players are missing chances or can't pass the ball to each other 5 yards, that's not the manager. That's them.
Have you seen our build-up play? Left, right, back. Left, right, out wide, back in. Over the top, goal kick. We are so predictable. It's embarrassing. He's so out of his depth, the manager.
So
I'm sorry. I would sack him.
Would you sack him today for no one? And then find someone?
I need a manager, Benny.
Dyche.
No, I told you. Long-term, Sean Dyche isn't the answer.
Okay, right now, I'm giving you.
Yeah. For the end of the season.
From now to the end of the season.
I would have Sean Dyche. Oh, you
would?
Because we play 4 at the back and Man United will be better. Will we be better with 4 at the back?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
You do know that. And Dyche will go 4 at the back. Any manager that goes 4 at the back.
So you want Dyche over Amorim, okay. Make sure you clip that, talkSPORT.
Yeah, they will clip it. And then they'll spin it around.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Don't go anywhere. The best bits still ahead right here on talkSPORT.
Sport, we're live from Soccer Aid training. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll be bringing you the very best from day 2 of Soccer Aid. But now we're joined by an absolute legend, 2-time Champions League winner, one of my favourite goalkeepers ever to play for my club, Man United, Edwin van der Sar.
Hey guys.
How are you, Edwin van der Sar?
Not too bad. It's quite warm today in London, and the training session was strenuous. It was tough, but looking well.
Before we talk about you and the day, earlier on you were in goal for some penalties, weren't you? There was a penalty competition.
And actually, I wasn't, because it were only the celebrity goalkeepers in the.
Yeah, but you took. There was Ollie Klink, who works for talkSPORT.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
With
Okay.
the press guys.
Yes. Yeah. Now Ollie, we love Ollie, right?
Yeah.
He's a big part of our team.
Absolutely.
Not
Lovely
just here
guy.
on Drive, but talkSPORT. He took a penalty against you, and as he took it, he hurt his ankle. He rolled on his ankle. Do you remember this? You helped him up.
Absolutely, but I remember also the second penalty that I took. That was like absolutely a screamer in the top corner.
Yeah.
Incredible. He was so happy with that. Then I think after that he sprained his ankle.
Well, let me tell you, he's at hospital. We think he's broken his ankle.
That's fair play to him, because the two penalties afterwards
That's right.
he still had to take.
Yeah.
I think he scored. No, he missed one and scored the other one, but the other guy missed the penalty.
I think my producer just said in my head, no, he missed both.
Is it?
How nice is that?
No, okay, yeah, give him my warmest regards.
We will.
We'll send him a picture about with the trophy on Sunday.
Yes, well, I hope not. Listen, let's talk about Manchester United.
Really? Do you want to really want to talk about it?
I'm gonna. I do apologise. I'm gonna sneeze. My hay fever's appalling.
Yeah,
so I'll try and get through this. Excuse me. What have you made of their season? What do you make of Andre Onana? Let's start with the goalkeeper. What do you make of him? Because
let's start with the season. I think it's an underwhelming season for the club, of course, and that has been a few years now that they didn't reach the level that they're supposed to reach. And also some other clubs have stepped up, even some smaller clubs who are well organized, difficult to play against. So it's been a very poor season, and topping off losing the Europa League final against Tottenham without having a real fight, I think.
You see, you spoke about the goalkeeper there, and a lot's been made of his performances. And I think, do you think it's difficult for a goalkeeper to kind of succeed at a club? When you look at the history Manchester United have had, yourself, Peter Schmeichel, you've had some great goalkeepers, David De Gea. How would you assess his performances this season?
No, of course, I know him already for a long time. I've been 4 or 5 years at Ajax. I trained with him and everything. I saw him coming. So he has great strength. He's athletic. He has good reaction saves. Good with his feet and everything. So I'm sure he's going to get over it. And sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes your performances or the pressure there is. But I've seen him. I've seen him play for Ajax. I've seen him play for Inter. I played Champions League finals and everything. So I'm sure there's going to be fine for next season. I think there are other areas where United should, see if you can have maybe a better player, different player. But I don't think the goalkeeping situation doesn't need to be addressed now.
Do you think also it's a bit unfair to just blame him when you look at what's going on in front of him?
Yeah, if you blame him, if you make a mistake or you drop one through your legs, or it's a wrong ball that you put out from the back, yeah, then you can blame the goalkeeper, of course. So he's not being consistent in his performances this year. But the qualities that he has, he should be able to play for Man United, of course, for next season.
Do the pressure levels change dramatically when you join Manchester United? Were you even surprised just how much the spotlight was on you?
I think pressure has always been the case here in England in the Premier League. In our time, you had television or Sky Sport or maybe whatever the Sun or the Sunday papers. But nowadays, of course, everybody has the social media outlets, whatever. How many ex-players can you have on television or saying something on the radio? So it's an all the time. Everything is not exaggerated or something, but talked about till whatever for 4 or 5 hours about a mistake, a different tactical way that the coach put the team forward. So it's part of the job. Hey, they are being paid well. He should take the pressure. And deliver the level that they think, the club thinks, that you can perform on the pitch.
Edwin, of course, in your day, your aim was win the league. How far do you think this current team are away from not even so much getting into Europe, but challenging for the league?
No, but I think they're far away for that. Because in the last couple of years, they've came maybe third or second, third, fourth, fifth, eighth. So at the moment, I think they're far away from it. Yeah.
Why is that?
Why is that? I think the performance of the type of football, and of course, certain things can change. If you're, I think they bought a new striker, 27. He knows the Premier League, so probably that's going to help a lot of maybe some heavy loading from some of the strikers they have. So if you have one addition, one experience addition in every level, midfield, strikers, defense, you should take a step forward, because I think some of the games have been poor. Changing a manager during the season is never great. So hopefully he has the time in the summer to prepare and get the team going.
Yeah, it has to. I think
Any more questions? What happens with Arsenal, Chelsea?
Do you want to ask?
Fulham had a great season also.
Great
the work that they're doing at Craven Cottage, it's incredible, huh?
We can talk about Fulham. If Fulham were Manchester United,
if they're playing,
where would you like to go?
Edwin,
we'll talk about whatever you like. What would you like to talk about?
No, you go.
Fulham have had a great season, and Marco Silva done a great job.
I think, I think he had a previous job already in the Premier League, of course. So, was he at Watford or was he?
He was at Everton as well.
Everton as well. So I think I think the club is well led by the board, by the directors. It's even my time we made it hard for teams to go there. Yeah. Maybe you know that also, and I think they're doing the same. They expanded the stadium, so I think the club is going in the right direction. Hopefully, it's going to be a stalwart in the Premier League, and of course with sometimes an extra step like in the FA Cup or the how you call it nowadays. In my time it was the Carling Cup, or the how do you call it?
Carabao Cup. We call it.
Carabao Cup.
Changes every day.
Yeah, I know.
Changes every day.
You've been tuning in to the very best of Drive Time. Thank you for your company over the past few hours. Happy New Year, everyone.